Howdy guys, Patriot with you once again. I'm out here in some semi-local foothills. You can kind of see the terrain around me. I'll kind of pivot here and give you guys a little look around as I'm talking. We're out away from the city a little bit, at least the most dense part of it, and we're up here in the desert foothills. And I just decided to come out and we're going to try a couple pieces of gear that are somewhat untested. At least the final test hasn't been done yet, so I'm going to put that through its paces, and we're going to try a couple of pieces of gear. I want to show you a battery charger that I've been using lately. It works really good. And it's about 4 in the afternoon right now. So we're going to get up there, find a spot, and that's where I'll be staying tonight. So we're going to do a little overnighter, and kind of a minimalist overnighter. So I don't have a lot of gear as far as staying warm and staying dry. In fact, I only have one piece of gear for staying dry if it does rain tonight. I'm looking at the sky. It kind of looks okay. You can see some wispy up there, but usually when we see that kind of stuff, it's possible for some showers here. So, fortunately, I've tested out my gear a little bit, so I know it'll keep me relatively dry. So we're just going to go start our adventure. So a lot of people say, gosh, Patriot, why do you carry that huge tripod around? That thing's 8 pounds, you know? Well, tripods are often misunderstood. In order to get the kind of pictures that I want, that are steady in the wind, have a lot of stability on uneven ground, a lot of flexibility in the way that they'll move around, I have to do something like this. This is the Bogan Manfrotto 3221 Wilderness with the 701 RC2 head on it. It's a video head, but the thing just moves like glass. Makes it real easy, or makes it easier to follow moving action, especially the wildlife, and give you guys a nice steady look, and which of course I appreciate too when I get home and start doing the editing on my backpack, on my backpack, on my desktop. So anyhow, it does get more compact, obviously. But it's a stout little tripod, and there's not always a barrel cactus around in the right place to allow you to not use a tripod. So yeah, pretty unsteady actually. I've almost lost my camera, caught it before it dropped and hit the ground, but look at how pretty this is up in here. I can't see the viewfinder. Hopefully everything looks good there. But that's where we're going, right up there in those foothills. On we press. All right, we just came over a little rise here. I'm catching my breath. There's a cut here that runs down along here. It's one of the fingers that kind of roll off the mountain. You can see how all these funnel down here. It's just gorgeous out there. Just gorgeous. But this is a good place for deer. These fingers, these cuts, they'll typically bed down in there out of the sun. This time of the day they'll move up out of these little fingers. So we'll keep our eyes open. Alright guys, I'm about 2/3 of the way up in a little saddle here, and I just wanted to stop and kind of show you the landscape. Keeping an eye on those clouds just so I know what to expect tonight. But we still have a few hours to go, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. You can see it's just some beautiful country out there. Nice to see some clouds up there in the sky. We have so many bright sunny days with no clouds. And it's kind of a treat for us to see them out here. The contrast, the beauty out there, just gorgeous. Alright guys, I think I've picked my spot here. It's relatively flat, and I'm going to clear out this little piece of ground, take my binoculars off, and we'll get started here. Alright, this spot's actually got a little bit too much downhill camber to it right here, so it's kind of rolling off down to that edge. Not a lot, but enough to make me uncomfortable. So I'm actually going to come up here. I've got a nice flat area up here. I'll just clear away the rocks and we'll be good to go. Right, go ahead and stow my binoculars away here, and I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, you can see a piece of reflectix material here. So the idea behind this was to test out that emergency bivvy that I told you about, but I didn't want to go with a full thermarest, ridge rest, or something like that. I didn't want to sleep on the ground and get the bivvy all impregnated with dirt and packed with dirt in the pores either. So I wanted to go as minimal as I can. This is just standard reflectix. You can see I've cut the corners here, and this is a 5-foot roll. I've got them in 4-foot for my hammock, and I've got the 5-foot version. And I see a car way out there. I'm going to check that out here really quick. See who's coming down that road. Okay. Alright, it looks like it might just be another hiker or something. I can't tell. I don't have line of sight unless I move way over there, but anyhow, let's get squared away here. Oh goodness, that feels nice. Nothing but sky and one little swirl right here. Alright guys. I do have a polar fleece, a Columbia polar fleece here. So that's what I'm going to have on tonight to keep me warm. And here's that little SOL Escape Bivvy. I can't talk, my lips are cold. This is actually my third sleep in it. This one's a little bit different though. This one's a little more exposed to the elements. So we'll see how it does. I'm pretty confident in it. I've done a water test, so I know it will keep me dry if it rains. Don't know where the top is. There it is. Alright guys, looks like the last sliver of light is coming through under the clouds. So once this goes away, we'll have lost our sun, but boy is it gorgeous. I wish that you guys could see it all. I mean, there's so much. I could probably show you a few things that you've seen in other hikes. Maybe I'll do that right now. Alright, so there's Pinnacle Peak. That's a regular hiking trail. And you can actually look that up under Pinnacle Peak and you'll see it's one of the major trails. Out there is Tom's Thumb. If you remember, we went out to, we did a New Year's hike last year up to the top of that knob up there. It's about 110 feet high. And that's a real fun hike. Kind of a regular trail. It used to be way kind of hidden. But these days, you know, population and stuff. There's Cone Mountain right there. Done a lot of mountain biking between Cone and Bottle Cap. And here's Bottle Cap Mountain right there. Spent a lot of time in the desert out there between those. That's actually closer to my house than where I'm at right now. And these foothills that roll off of Cone Mountain there, or Bottle Cap, I keep saying that, over all the way over to here, which is Granite Mountain, Little Granite Mountain. That's where I've done a lot of my photography and owl pictures and all that sort of stuff. The hawk saga was taken out there, the red-tailed hawk story. But you can see it's just, you know, beautiful country. Look at the light tonight. It's extraordinary. Alright, I'm going to rotate the camera about 90 degrees left here. And now we're kind of looking towards the east. Now we're kind of looking southeast. It's Continental Mountain. Looking towards the north. Elephant Butte and Black Canyon area. Now we're kind of looking to the northwest. You can see it's just beautiful in every direction. And if I pan back this way, probably making you guys dizzy, there's my cozy little spot. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I don't think it's gonna rain, so I don't have much apprehension. I'm hopeful that I'll be warm enough, but if I have to, I've got one little extra way to stay warm too. Still down there. Oh man, it is so pretty. I can't stand it. It's absolutely beautiful out here. Whew. So we've got a little bit of a breeze up here right now, but I know these foothills pretty well, so usually at nighttime they calm down. I spent the night out here in a hammock before in this exact area, and it gets real still at night typically. I am at the kind of the top of a ridge up here, and I might get a little bit of air blowing across the top, but this thing stops the wind pretty good, so. It is so nice out here. Alright, as far as equipment tonight, guys, I've got my Vask, and I just forgot the name of them. I'll annotate it. Great footwear. I've got a light set of polypropylene socks, ultra lightweight, and then over that I have a set of lightweight hiking socks. So I've kind of got the double thing going on there. Typically I don't have any blister problems, but why take a chance? I could have gone with a medium or maybe even a winter sock tonight to stay warm, but I think I've got enough. I've got the tack light pants on. These have been great pants. Love the tack lights. They're great. They dry out pretty quickly if they get wet. They seem to be pretty durable. They've got reinforced knees. One of my favorite outdooring pants. It's a real nice winter pant. A little bit warm, not in the winter. I've got a Columbia fleece on with my long sleeve shirt underneath, and I've got on my my wool Campanello bike hat. Actually, it's about 65% wool. I also have a little polypropylene beanie that I can put on tonight because my head's going to be a little bit exposed unless I take the drawstring closed here. I've got my Swarovski 1042 binoculars because I will probably be looking at the city lights tonight in both directions. And when I get up in the morning, I'll be able to if it's not too chilly, I might be able to sit around and spot some wildlife and go after it. I'm going to stuff my shirt, my long sleeve shirt, in my binocular bag. I'm going to use that for a pillow tonight. I've got my 32 ounce Nalgene here. I tanked up back at the truck, so I got plenty of liquid in me. Binoculars. And here's my polypropylene beanie. I've got my little cup with a little GSI mug with hot chocolate in there. So I'm either going to do that in the morning, or I'm going to do it tonight before I go to bed. Haven't decided. If it's real chilly in the morning, I might just want to like wad everything up and start moving instead of sitting around. We'll just see. And I've got my little cheesy emergency stove here, but I wanted to kind of go minimalist tonight, and so that's why I brought this. And I've got a little protein bar here, but I'll probably eat that in the morning. Unless I get real cold at night, I might have half of it. So that's kind of what I've got going on. Show you a couple other things. Sometimes people will ask me or PM me because they don't want it in the comments. They'll say, man, don't you worry about critters at night, or javelina, or, you know, mountain lions and stuff. And, you know, yeah, they're out here. You know, most of the time they try to avoid us, and sometimes when they approach us, it's just out of just curiosity or by accident, which I actually had happen once. I guess I've never posted that video. Maybe I will someday. In any case, I've got my little Bodyguard 380 here in my Uncle Mike's holster. And as always, I've got my Voyager X2 right there. So I wanted to keep it light, so I'm not going with a fixed blade today. Plus, it's not a real big hike. It's just more of an overnight equipment test thing. But yeah, sometimes at night you'll hear that twig crack or whatever, and you're kind of wondering what it is. And you know, sometimes I get up and look around, and sometimes I just keep my head covered up. So, you know, I did bring some flashlights with me, obviously. It's a Patriot video, so I've got my little Nightcore EC2 right here. That's an 18650 or CR 123 x 2 light. And I've got my little Zebra light H600. Love this light. It's a big massive wall of light. It's about 750 lumens on turbo. Okay, I brought along a Hot Hands hand warmer, and this can add a lot of warmth inside of a closed system like this, inside of a closed bivvy. So I'll keep this until I really need it. Hopefully I won't need it, but if I'm not sleeping, I'm going to tear this thing open and use it. And look who came along. Phoenix TK75. This thing's a little beast. And I've got some other things in here because I'm going to be doing a little night hiking out in that direction, up that trail. And I'm going to be taking this with me. But tomorrow morning, I want to be able to top off the batteries, so I'm going to show you something else.